A single pan changed how every kitchen worked. But this story starts inside a broken experiment. A young chemist had one job in 1938. He was trying to make a new refrigerant gas. Instead, something completely unexpected happened. A canister weighed too much. That was the clue. Inside was a white, waxy mystery substance. Nobody had ever seen this material before. This accident would change the world forever. The non-stick pan was born from failure. Let's go back to the beginning of the problem. The 1930s had a dangerous refrigerator problem. Old fridges used poisonous gases like ammonia. People were getting sick in their own homes. Scientists needed a safer refrigerant gas urgently. A company called DuPont took on the challenge. They hired young Roy Plunkett for the job. Roy was 27 years old and very smart. His mission: create tetrafluoroethylene gas safely. TFE was a known compound but hard to handle. Roy set up tanks to store the pressurized gas. He pressurized them and left them overnight. The next morning, everything looked completely normal. He walked to the first cylinder and opened it. No gas came out. Strange. The pressure gauge still showed gas inside. Something was blocking the flow. But what? Roy decided to take the cylinder apart. He shook the cylinder and heard something rattle. That rattle meant something solid was inside. Roy sawed open the cylinder carefully. Inside was a strange, white, waxy, solid substance. He poked it. It felt slippery and smooth. He tried to burn it. It wouldn't catch fire. He poured acid on it. Nothing happened. He tried every chemical he had. All failed. The material resisted literally everything. Roy named it polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFE. The molecule structure was unlike anything known. Carbon atoms wrapped in fluorine. A perfect shield. Fluorine bonds are almost impossible to break. This is why nothing sticks to PTFE. But in 1938, nobody knew what to do with it. DuPont filed a patent but had no product idea. The material went into storage and was forgotten. World War II changed everything for PTFE. The Manhattan Project needed special materials urgently. Uranium was being refined using ultra-corrosive gas. No metal could survive contact with uranium hexafluoride. Engineers remembered the forgotten PTFE material. PTFE-coated pipes survived the corrosive uranium gas. The military classified PTFE as top secret. For years, only military engineers knew it existed. After the war, DuPont declassified PTFE in 1946. They branded it with a new name, Teflon. First industrial use was in lab equipment and seals. Teflon was used in aerospace and chemical plants. Nobody thought about putting it in a kitchen yet. That idea came from a fishing line experiment. A French engineer named Marc Gregoire was fishing. Marc coated his fishing gear with Teflon. His wife Colette watched him work one day. She had a simple question that changed history. She asked, "Can you put that on my frying pan?" Marc thought it was a crazy idea at first, but he tried it anyway to make her happy. The first attempt failed completely. The Teflon didn't bond to the metal pan surface. Marc spent months solving the adhesion problem. He found a way to roughen the metal surface first. Then bonding Teflon onto the roughened surface worked. He cooked an egg on it, and nothing stuck. Colette watched the egg slide out perfectly. Marc knew immediately he had invented something great. He started a company called Tefal in 1956. The first Teflon pan was called La Lasting. French housewives immediately went wild for it. The pan was a total sensation in France. American companies noticed France's cooking revolution. DuPont licensed Teflon technology to cookware makers. The Happy Pan debuted in America in 1960. American housewives saw it on TV and wanted one. Department stores couldn't keep the pans in stock. Millions of pans sold in just the first year. Every major cookware brand wanted Teflon coating. Scientists studied exactly why PTFE was so non-stick. The fluorine shell repels almost every molecule. Water molecules cannot find anything to grip. Oil molecules slide off like they're on ice. Even burned food releases from PTFE coatings. PTFE transformed kitchens around the entire world. Cooking became faster, easier, and healthier. Less oil needed means healthier food for everyone. Cleaning pans went from a chore to seconds. PTFE also went into medical implants and gear. Gore-Tex rain jackets use PTFE in their fabric. NASA used PTFE coating on spacecraft components. PTFE, it's in your dental floss coating right now. PTFE even coats industrial pipes worldwide. Billions of non-stick pans have been sold globally. PTFE is now found in over 500 products. Roy Plunkett's accident touched billions of lives. A failed refrigerant test became a global revolution. DuPont earned billions from this accidental discovery. Teflon grew into a massive global cookware empire. The non-stick industry is worth over $15 billion, all from a waxy white lump nobody expected. Science's greatest breakthroughs often come by accident. Sometimes failure is the greatest discovery of all. Roy Plunkett never expected to change history. He was just a 27-year-old chemist. His failed experiment turned into a global staple. Colette Gregoire's kitchen question started a revolution. Marc Gregoire turned a hobby idea into an empire. Every non-stick pan tells this extraordinary story. Next time you fry an egg, remember Roy Plunkett. A broken canister in 1938 protects your food today. The world's slipperiest material came from a mistake, and that mistake made cooking better for everyone.